Welcome to Fix It with Jeff. Today we are going to troubleshoot a P1404 code. This is usually a manufacturer specific code as it relates to GM. So what we found out is, what was going on was we all of a sudden experienced a really rough ride, smoke coming out the back, and the check engine light illuminated. So when I hooked up the scanner, I got a P1404 code. And that's a GM specific code, and what it related to was the EGR valve. So I did get a new EGR valve. I have not put it in yet, but what I did in the meantime was I had disconnected the EGR valve. So if we open up the engine here, the EGR valve is located here. And what this does is just lets exhaust gas either flow or not flow. So it was stuck in probably an open position, and thus it was riding really rough. So what I did is all I did was temporarily I had disconnected our connection to it. So when this happened, I disconnected our connection. I started up the vehicle, ran it for like 5 minutes, then plugged it back in, and then it ran fine. So that's what I did as a temporary fix. But we do have a new EGR valve that we're gonna put in, and it doesn't look like it's too hard of a job. So it's 2 screws, maybe 10 millimeter. We'll check that out. But right now I don't have any check engine codes, so we'll go ahead and start it up. So don't have any check engine codes, and it runs as smooth as it can run. I'm still wanting it to run a little bit better. Once my RPMs go down, the RPMs will go down after the air system shuts off. So I don't know if you can hear it running, but the air system is running, throwing air into the intake. And once that turns off, then the RPMs go way down. So we'll see those RPMs go down once that pump turns off. But it's running as good as it can run. So we're gonna do a couple things today. We're gonna change out that EGR valve. We're also gonna clean out our map sensor. We've got our map sensor cleaner, and we're also gonna clean out the throttle body. So we're gonna see if that lets it run a little bit better, because I really don't like the up and down on the RPMs, as you can hear. And really it should be, I think, around maybe 650 RPMs, but we're still running 800 RPMs. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get our we're gonna take our air box, just the top off, get this out, see what it looks like inside, and we'll be back. Okay, so we got our mass airflow sensor out. Actually, doesn't look bad at all. So it looks pretty clean. I'll probably just spray the screen real quick, but other than that, it looks pretty clean. So we're gonna go ahead and get our get this off the throttle body. And I'm using for the clamps there, it's an 8 millimeter. So it's an 8 millimeter on these clamps. Okay, see what it looks like in the throttle body. A little bit of carbon buildup. We'll get that cleaned up. Quite a bit of carbon buildup probably. We'll get that cleaned up. Okay, so we got our new EGR valve. Comes with a new gasket. So this is what the EGR valve looks like. So we'll go ahead and get our. So it's a 10mm bolt. Taking these out by hand, don't want them to fall. Okay, and just go ahead and hopefully this just lifts right out. And obviously, oh, there's a bracket holding it. Where's that bracket? Oh, that bracket comes off. The bolt down there. So this has two bolts. So one on the top that holds this bracket, which is annoying. Yeah, we might have to get a crescent wrench. This bracket really needs to come out the way. I don't have a solution for that. Let's go ahead and get a crescent wrench. Okay, so we're gonna use a box wrench. Okay, now it might be good enough to get out by hand. Oh, this looks like it's a long bolt that, oh, there's nothing underneath, okay. So yeah, this is what this looks like. So it's a double bolt, or that bolt basically holds down the EGR valve, and then those bolts go on top to hold down the bracket, which is a waste really, if you think about it. I don't understand what this bracket's for. I guess that's to keep some of the heat away, maybe. Maybe it's more like a heat shield. So let's see if we get that other one out. Okay, now that EGR valve is loose. Okay. Oh. So we got that out. Yeah, looking at it, it is quite crowded up. I don't know if the yeah, it's pretty carbonized in there. But we'll go ahead and slide the new one in. Okay, so if you look at this, see it's beveled a little bit. So I'm guessing, actually no, I wouldn't go like that. Wouldn't go on like this. It's most likely gonna go on like this, but it has to be like that with the bevels up. Which I guess kind of makes sense. So we're gonna put this on with the bevels up. All right. So that lines up like that. Okay. So now we're going to get our EGR valve. Okay, the EGR valve is going to go on like this. Okay, with your plug facing towards the front. Let's get this bracket also. Annoying bracket. We'll go ahead and try to get that back one in. Then we got to put that bracket on. Okay, we'll figure out that bracket. Looks like it's in there. Oh, that gasket's lined up. Okay, get a little snug. Right now, we'll go ahead and get this bracket on. Or the shield or whatever this thing is. Okay. Okay, we got that now. Go ahead and put these nuts back on. Okay, so we got our throttle body cleaner. Says eliminates hesitation and rough idle. So let's see. you can open up the throttle. I know I'm probably blocking, but I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, it's pretty dirty in there. Go ahead and get this cleaned up. Might have to run it. It's gonna be let's make sure we got the all clear. Also plug in our EGR valve. Okay, so now we got everything back together. We'll go ahead and start it up and see how it runs. We do have a check engine light. That's only because I ran the car without the map sensor. We'll double check that. Actually, it runs much quieter. I don't hear those RPMs going up and down. So we're gonna go ahead and put the scanner on and see. Let's double check this check engine light. Okay, so one code, let's see. Yeah, so it's because we didn't have that connected. So we're gonna go ahead, erase our codes. Okay, so now we should be good. Okay, it runs high because of the air system, secondary air system. But I think it runs a whole lot better. Now I know, oh, it's okay, so there was a little trick to this, I think. To reset this. Otherwise we might have to change the door actuator. We're having, like, this one is kind of warm, this one is kind of cold. Go ahead and put our engine cover back on. Oh, I think it sounds better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We changed our, just to recap what we did today. Changed our EGR valve. We cleaned out our mass flow air sensor. We cleaned out our throttle body, which was really dirty. Yeah. Running the air conditioner now. See how that runs out. And until next time, fix it with Jeff.